So let's work out which way you want to go, and then I'll work which way I want to go, so I'll go and do a bit.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So where do you want me to just head straight over there, or what do you want me to do? All that?
Did you get a photo of the sign? Oh, some big ones, yeah. Very good. St Patrick's Catholic Cemetery. North Parramatta. All of them. Well, most. But I don't think here. I don't think any of my ancestors are buried here. Yes, I did.
Did you know that...
Oh, look at those ones over there.
Did you know if you're the only child, you can actually end the whole line. Like if your parents are really, really old and you don't have kids and you die, you can end the whole line in the family. Unless your grandparents magically adopt the kid.
Yeah. Now this is quite a large cemetery here, and they're really old. Really, really old. We'll have to look at that sign and see how old it is. Been wanting to get to St Pat's Cemetery for a long time actually, because I used to live in that big building over there back in 98, 99.
Yeah, same. I used to live in that house over in 1908.
That's a burial. Wow, look at all those old tombstones. They seem to all kind of be... Sorry? Oh yeah, well, obviously they don't bury people in here anymore. Is it?
Take the carby apart, clean the fucking thing out now. It's hard to get...
Now...
There's so many parts in that carby, it's ridiculous. You want to come down here with love, and then I'll branch out a little?
Yeah. Oh look, there's a war army. A war grave. Wow. 1932. These are old. Now what worries me is that there's a grave over here by a tree. St Patrick's. Look at the grave over by the tree there. You know what that makes me think? No, not the tree died. No, just here. But look straight through there underneath the blue sign where the bus is going past. Yeah. Right over there. You've got a grave there too.
I'll go over and look at it.
Yeah. Alright, I'll have a little look around here. So we're literally, possibly, walking on graves. If there's one right here, there's a good chance that everywhere around here could have had like a mausoleum. Yeah, I think so. Alright, got a little bit of... Yeah, they're really old. Really, really old, some of these. Be interesting to know how old. Hey? Spiders. Spiders?
Oh, hell no. I'm getting away from that.
Why?
I heard something.
It's probably like little critters and stuff.
No, I heard something. No. I was feeling the grave. I was like, trying to feel the letters to try and see what it spelled.
So you touched the grave?
Yeah.
You touched the tombstone?
Yeah, I touched the tombstone.
And then something moved?
No, because it sounded like something like...
Could be a lizard.
No, because
Is that a grave?
Oh.
Underneath? 1837. Oh, Lordy Lord. Yeah, I figured there'd be some more down. They arrived as a convict. There's another one next to it.
Yeah, I just took a photo of that one. Watch out for this one. There's that big ass fucking thing there.
Alright, I think...
Beaten track, be careful.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's an idea to walk along here because I think there's probably more graves. We might either trip on some. It's just... Yeah. Alright then. Back the way I came. Yeah, let's have a look. Now, North Parramatta, St Patrick's Catholic Cemetery. This is massive. Well, not as massive as Rookwood, let's put it that way. But there's a lot of old graves here. Many old. Yeah. Now, obviously we've got 1800s. There's a big tree that's been taken down there. I wonder if that was there before the graves or after. Now, I wouldn't suggest going any further than that because I can see a corner of a grave site there. Yeah, don't go any further than that. I think where they've mowed is safe. I wouldn't go anywhere that they haven't mown. So I wouldn't go any further than where you are because you could end up falling down into someone's coffin. Half your luck. 1890. Barkers, sorry, my apologies. Look at that. This is amazing.
36, 37, 43.
Yeah, just the age of these, you know. I mean, these ones, funnily enough, aren't as, you know, the wear on them, although they are old, aren't in the worst condition that we've seen, say, at Windsor Cemetery and Liverpool Cemetery.
I'm going to go to college.
Alright. We're all splitting up in here to see what we can see because we've only got a limited time before it gets dark. And Spider-Man and his crew come out to put webs all over us. Now look at all of this, and it goes all the way down to the road there. Look, we've got more Barkers. McDonald. Jeez. They're just amazing, these tombstones. Every time I come to these places, I think to myself that it's just really interesting. All right. Oops, sorry. What, are you getting the torch?
No, because there's like a house set up in there.
It's not a house, Dal. It's probably burial. Alright, well, it could be a chapel maybe. Fairbrother Robinson. So they've obviously got some maintenance going on in here. There's mowings, but there's not a lot of mowings between. Possibly because, you know what, not a lot of people come out here really. I mean, the people who are buried here may not get very many visitors. Now, what is it on top? That's a kookaburra. Have a go at that. Shh. So kookaburra sitting on top of that one over there. I thought it was part of the statue. I'm thinking, is there a bird on the top of that? And I thought, hang on, that looks very lifelike.
An upside down spider.
An upside down spider. It's probably the St Andrew's cross. Whoops, sorry everybody. Wow. Now we've picked this particular time because obviously it'll get a little dark in a minute, and we want to see if we can talk to the people here. Ellison. I don't want to scare him away. Let me have a little look and see what we have in here. If I can have a look for you. Yeah, it's like a little chapel. Must be where they used to have the funeral come in. Nice little place in there, isn't it? Old, like everything. And there's your little upside down spider. Look at the sandstone. Let me just turn that off. It's not in pitch black yet. And I'm going to conserve some battery. I'll just get back a little bit and show you this little chapel. I thought it was a mausoleum, but it's not. It's where the little funeral comes in, I would say, and park across there, bring the bodies in before they are buried. Oh, the cooker's gone. That's okay. Now I'm going to go up this way.
There's a church in there.
A church, yeah, a little chapel or something where they bring the people. Oh, let's have a little look. There's some words here under the willows. Look at that. There's more. Oh, they've roped something off over there. I'll have to have a look at that just there too. Wow, look at this place. Dedicated to the glory of God under the patronage of St. Francis of Assisi. Assisium, 1811. Wow. Apologies if I got that wrong. Assisium. Yeah, no, I can't. I don't know. Anyway. Oh. Okay, so there's heaps of ants. I've noticed as I'm walking through it. Make sure there's nothing on my feet. I must keep stepping on the spot. We can see where these buggers are. Just keep stepping. Let's keep walking. There we go. It's a nice little place, isn't it? Trying to hold on to my camera. Apologies. Okay, I'm getting out of the ant's nest. Right. Now, good chance there's spiders down here, so we won't go too far. Wow, some of these. Alright, okay, I'm going to make sure I'm not getting crawled on by ants. Wow, look at the hand holding the scroll. Isn't that amazing? There's more down here. I'm coming. I'm going. I'll just keep walking on the spot so the ants don't get me. It's just amazing. Alright, Mitch has gone down that way. Be careful, there's ants. Like, yeah, big bugger ants over here. Just at the over there near the beginning of the church. Now I'm going to go up that way. Oh yeah, probably because I got too close to it, but we'll use that in a little while, yeah? We'll use that in a little while because like I just want to get a scope of this place before it gets too dark.
I need to download my app.
Okay. Wow. So they all face this way. I wonder what the significance of that is. There's me cooker again. Hang on a sec, let me... Hello? It's over there now because we're probably making too much noise. Let me put the torch away. There he is. No, kookaburras in the last one we put up too. Oh, talking. Oh, there's corellas up there too, and cockatoos. Kamikazes. Alright, well, we're not here bird watching, we're here for the cemetery. So I'm gonna... Mitch is down the front so he can get the front just in case we run out of time to get all of everything here. Cheeky. Going in and out of focus here. There he is. Now, yeah, be interesting to see which way that faces. Colourway. Now these are just so old. They've broken, but as I was saying earlier, they don't seem to be in the worst condition we've seen, like the places over at Windsor and Liverpool. Liverpool's were being touched up because they were really damaged. Let's see if I can get a good view of him. Isn't that funny? Kookaburra might actually be the spirit of someone buried here. It frequents the place. That's okay. It's nice to walk through. Now, we don't know... Oh, look, there's more over there. I was just going to say, we don't know where the cemetery actually stops. Because, as we know, tombstones can be lost and there's unmarked graves and such. Has he gone? Oh, he left. I was hoping to kind of get in front of him. That's alright. Yeah, it could be north over there or something. Yeah. There's more over the side over there. But just... Oh, there he is. Cheeky bugger. I don't know if you can see him through there. On the back of one. But, yeah, birds don't care for cemeteries really, do they? They just hang around like it's any other place. But, such an interesting place. I'll come down here because there's a couple over there. There doesn't seem to be any more over that side. So really, reality is there could be people buried anywhere in this kind of vicinity. Okay, back to filming. Yeah, they're all facing that way except for one there. There's one that's not facing that way. What's that there? Between the... There we go. You right?
We are down at the very old and very surrounded by progress, for want of a better term, of Parramatta. This is St. Patrick's Cemetery. First fleeters are buried here, and this whole area, even where the stones aren't, I mean even where you can see no headstones, there are graves there. People are buried here, and it's actually this point just there. Just took a couple of photos of a memorial, a more modern memorial that was left, who were buried here, which we'll show you now. And there are many more in all of this area here, which are unfortunately, which have been lost. And this is the same as, this is something that happens at a lot of these cemeteries. In this area, St. John's, which is the oldest cemetery in the country, well, it has the oldest gravestone, like dedicated gravestone, for a European, I guess, a man by the name of Dodd, first fleeter. But there are a lot, over the years, 200 years, these, unfortunately, what happens is that these headstones are either lost, stolen, you know, there could be any number of reasons, but evidently they end up gone. And they've got a track here, somewhat of a track here, but you can still see over in the distance, like just here for instance, there's one, there's another one here, and there's another one right over there. They're dotted around in these spots, and I thought the most unusual one was actually that one up there. So it's right next to the tree. It's only a young tree, but it's actually sitting facing the tree, so unusual. But yeah, this is St. Patrick's Cemetery. This is February 2023. And this isn't the oldest cemetery, as I said, St. John's is. It's a Catholic cemetery, of course. And it's the church that's associated with this cemetery is still there. It's one of the oldest in Parramatta. directly up Church Street, which is straight down there. You go all the way up and towards the railway line, and it's on the right, St Patrick's Church. I mean, I might be wrong, that might be something else, but the missus will cut that out if I've screwed that up. We've come down here today, this evening, at dusk, just to get a little footage and give you an idea what it looks like today, 2023. St Patrick Cemetery. Thank you very much.
There's more coming here. I just kept stepping on the spot. Just keep stepping on the spot.
No, did you end up stepping on the concrete thing over there? That's near the...
No, I walked inside. Went right up to the gate and started shining the light in, but I kept stepping on the spot.
Okay.
Because otherwise they will bite you, and everything around here is bitey.
If you go on the concrete, they're stepping on people.
Concrete?
Yeah, the concrete, they have cemetery, they have tombs there.
Oh. Alright. Okay, let me have a look over here. Mitch has gone to the gate, I believe. No, he hasn't. Alright, well, I'll go over the gate in a minute. Look at this. Oh, I'm just walking through webs. Ah, webs! Okay, doesn't matter. Now, Pike. Can't see the surname there. More Pike. Oh, they all must be Pike. So that's nice. We've seen Pike before. I'll just go down here, I think, because I don't know if he's going down that side. Where is he? Beautiful old cemetery, isn't it? It's just lovely. And it's really eerie with all these willows. Some of these graves... Oh, I want to check that one up over there. Some of these graves are like falling a little bit. You can see they're kind of bent over a little bit. And there's Mitch over there. You can see him with his orange shirt. Flood. Patrick Flood, Thomas Flood, Mary Flood. Got Brian Bertram Floyd here. Lloyd, sorry, my apologies. It's a bit of shine to it. These willow trees look eerie. We used to have a willow tree in the backyard when we were kids. I'll just come down here if I can. There's a gate down there. I'm just checking to see if there's anything spiderish. No, I'm going through. Kennedy. Bridget. Ferris. Wow, there's some old graves here. It's really nice. Oh, Cheeky was right there. He was up the top there. He was right in front of me. There's a couple of kookaburras in here. I don't think it's just one following me. I can see him over there now. You can see him through there. That's okay. I don't think that was him. I think that's the one that's been over there. But there's a lot of cookers around here. There's cockatoos. There's plenty to come down here and see. And I mean, I used to live around here. And I never really came here. I mean, as kids we used to go to the cemeteries, you know, on Halloween and just run amok and stuff, be silly. Now, I really can't see if there's any spider webs here. I'm not a fan of spiders. Oh, okay. Now here's this beautiful gate. This gate looks old. I wonder if this was the original gate that they used to come in. It'd have to be. They drive in here. I mean, they can't now because it's like a kind of blocked off, as you can see. But they would drive, I would assume, up through here to where there we go. And then they'd organise the burial. around here, but just amazing. And the sandstone looks really old. It looks as old as St. John's. And we know that was the first one. Now let's have a look at this sign here. The known burials span 150 years from 1822. So that seems to be one of the oldest. St. John's was 1790, and not long after that, 1822, because St. Bartholomew's was 1841, the church there, and they started interring people pretty much around that time, I believe. So St. Patrick's is old. One of the oldest, just like Maze Hill and All Saints and some of the others that we've been to, Windsor. But oh my gosh, look at these graves. Just amazing. Now what we'll do is we'll see if we can reach anyone before we go, because soon there won't be much to see. It will be fairly dark, and the spiders and the ants and all that may make a feast out of us. So I think we'll be heading off shortly. But it's just amazing what's here. The age of these is just extraordinary. And they're in good condition. They're in really good condition. Considering what we've seen at Windsor and Liverpool, these are in great condition. Oh, we've got light. Look at that. We've got light here, so we won't be in the dark after all.
Very difficult to see who this person is exactly. It's been quite some time since they've been interred here. I think it's, oh, let me see, I think it says 1827, I believe. But as I was saying before, I don't like to come too far off the beaten track here, because I know that it's this whole area is unfortunately people's loved ones who have been forgotten, unfortunately, which is very sad. This it's in 1887. This is Mr. Robert Allen. I'll go around the back of Robert. This person over here, and we've got, might actually have to take a still of these ones because it's very difficult to see. Oh, okay, so that looks to me like 1838. That's Mary Ma, so that Ma, I mean that's a proper Irish name right there, Mary Ma. M-A-H-E-R. It's a fair dinkum Aussie, it's a fair dinkum Irish name, that one. So this is Mary Ma, and she rest in peace. It's sad to think, you know, there's probably people out still around, maybe not in this area, but people alive today who were related to Mary, and for whatever reason they're unaware that this is her final resting place. I'm sure that if it was me who had a relative that was interred here or in a cemetery similar that from 1838, I would make whatever I could do. I'd make sure I got here at least once in my life. But you know, unfortunately, for Mary Ma, it's possibly a case of whoever her living relatives are today in 2023, they don't know she's here, or they don't know that they're related to her. You know what I mean? It's sad in a way. You know, it sort of is, eh? Well, look at this one, 1829. Wow. This is Mr. Philip Hogan, departed this world, this life, 23 May 1829 at 63-year-old. 1829. And I can tell you right now, this cemetery would have been unrecognisable back in 1829. Unrecognisable to what it is today. I mean, it's held on and held on and held on. And this is prime real estate here. I mean, you know, the unscrupulous builders and companies that build high-rise units and etc. They give their eye teeth for a piece of land like this. And I'm sure that they've tried over the years. But, I mean, if we don't have our heritage, if we don't have some history or some sort of, you know, something that we can use as a guide to say, hey, this is important. Be damned with the fact that it could be sold for X millions of dollars, but no, we're going to keep it, and I hope it continues far into the future, because, you know, many a cemetery, even in the city of Sydney, where we are now, have been lost over the years. Central Station's built on one. There's the Devonshire Street Cemetery, which is basically Surrey Hills area of Sydney. They removed a lot of the people who were buried there and took them out to Rookwood, which is, I believe, the largest cemetery in the Southern Hemisphere. That's at halfway between the city and where we are now. But this was a long time ago, and evidently they weren't able to get everybody. They weren't able to take everybody, you know. Just logistics, I guess, and, you know, whether or not it was a case of, well, it would have been a case of, you know, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, the duty of care and the bureaucracy, I guess, which is a good thing in this case, wasn't such, if it was in place, wasn't so important as it is today. If it was something that needed to be done. So there are people underneath Central Station, which is many stories you hear about. It's haunted down there, you know, and we've had a big year. 22 was a bit of a rough one. 21 was a bit of a rough one, but we're getting things together, and these are the sorts of places that we'll be heading to. There's many things that we need to do down in the rocks for this channel, and, you know, stick with us. I'd really do appreciate every subscriber that we have. My missus has worked very hard for this and to make this channel something, you know. She's put a lot of effort in, and it's, you know, the congratulations really ought to go and do go to her. She's the backbone. She is the rock of this thing, and my rock, you know. So without her, you know, wouldn't be the same, you know. But anyway, so in the near future of this year, there'll be many excursions to the rocks to do some decent investigations, paranormal investigations, and also, you know, Australian history, you know, stories of yesteryear, I guess, coupled with the paranormal investigations that we were interested in doing. And so that's why I say stay tuned, you know, and like, share, subscribe, please, because, you know, if you won't be disappointed, you know. I mean, many do this, many are involved in the paranormal investigation and the historic part of where their local area or their country, and I appreciate all of them. But, you know, we've also got something to give, and for that reason, I know that people won't be disappointed, because we've got many an investigation and many a place and many a story to tell yet. So thank you for sticking with us, and especially sticking with my missus, who is the rock of this operation. And thank God for her, because it'd be fucked if it was just me. St. Patrick's Cemetery. Thank you very much.
Aussie made.